Hello friends, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be discussing the chapter 11 of the book Aviation and Business Management, which is available for free for students. Link is there in the description. So starting with the today's passenger journey. Passenger journey inside the airport. This is a part of the new syllabus of the airport operations. When the passenger enters into the airport, then from the moment he's entering or the moment he has reached the airport from the city side to the point where he's actually boarding the aircraft. So all this journey we'll be capturing in our this chapter. And also the arrival passenger, the moment he deboards from the airplane and he comes to the city side for the arrival passenger will also be discussed. So what are the steps the passenger and their luggage go through the transfer during between the surface and air modes? As we know from our previous definition, airport is a place where the transfer between the surface and air mode happens. So these steps which the passenger is going through is known as a facilitation because this facilitate the movement of passengers, luggage and freight. You should know this term facilitation. This is very important for airport operations. Starting with when the passenger who has come to the airport and he wants to catch a flight, which is the departure passenger, then what he does is the first step is he comes to the terminal building. As we know, the terminal building, which is also the passenger building, the passenger will be coming from the city side and then this is the air side. So first he accesses to the terminal from the city side. So this is the step number one, access to the terminal. Then at the entry of the terminal building, the security guard will check for the ticket. So the passenger will show the ticket to him to the security guard, and then if the tickets are found to be valid, then the security guard will allow the passenger to enter the terminal. So this is the first step, enter into the terminal. Next step is now the passenger has come. In an airport there will so many airlines, let's say airline number 1, airline number 2, airline number 3. Then the passenger, let's say, is traveling with the airline number 3. Then what he will do is he will go to the respective counter of that respective airline. So since he's traveling with the airline number 3, he will go to the airline counter number 3, and there he will show his ticket, and then he will takes a boarding pass. So upon entering the terminal, passenger needs to locate the check-in area of the airline, which is the check-in counter. Once he reaches the check-in counter, his ticket will be checked by the airline staff. So ticket will be checked after the checking. Passenger will be given a boarding pass. This is important, indicating the seat assigned to him and also the boarding gate and time. So these three will be there in the boarding pass, and also his name will be there. Boarding pass is very important document when you are traveling in the airport. Boarding pass, you have to keep it very safe. If you have lost the boarding pass means it will become a lot of problem. This will using this boarding pass only you can move ahead. So you have to be very careful with the boarding pass. you know Next, now the passenger has taken the boarding pass. So now what he will do, and also one more point is at the check-in counter, if at all he has some luggage to be given to be boarded in the aeroplane, then at the step 2 he will give the luggage also to the airline counter. After he has taken the boarding pass, now he will move to the step 3. Step 3 is the security point. Passenger, if as a preventive measure in civilization, as we have also discussed in previous chapter, the security, all the passengers and their luggage will be checked for any metal items so that any act of unlawful interference can be prevented. So for this reason, the passenger will be going to the security screening point. So it is the area where departing passengers and their luggage, whichever luggage they are carrying in their hands, are checked for compliance. I mean, they should not carry any items which are dangerous or hazardous. So once the passenger is successful and he is going through this area, then what will happen is, so this is a, let's say this is a check-in area, this is a screening point. Then here this will be the hold area. Then here he will be the, let's say, boarding gate. and then here this is the air side. So passenger has, this is the departure. So passenger has entered from here. He will go to the check-in counter. Then he will go to the security, which is the screening point, step number 3. Then here he will be checked. If there is no objection of security, then he will move to the hold area. So once he moves into this area, no, the passenger will not be allowed to move back again to the city side. So once he's through means he's through. He has to go there only. After that, in the case of international passengers, some of the like some documents will be checked. Immigration will happen because let's say the passenger is going from India to US, his passport and everything will be checked and they will be stamped. So this step will happen in the case of an international passengers. So here one more step will come in for the international passengers only. So after that they will move to the hold area where all the passengers will be sitting to board before they board the aircraft. So this is the hold room or the hold area, or sometimes called as SHA, or the sterile area also. Then here all the passengers will be assembled for particular flight from which they have to access the aircraft. So they'll be sitting here. Then once the aircraft will come, then the passenger will start to go to the aircraft. So how they will go is they will be using the boarding gate. So this is a pre-boarding check. At the boarding gate, the airline attendant one more time the boarding pass, he will check for the boarding pass at the boarding gate, and if he finds that all the details are correct, then he will allow the passenger to go to the air side. So this is the step number 6. So from here he will take some coaches or any bus, or through walking the passenger will move out of this. So this is a part of terminal building. So he will move out of this terminal building from the boarding gate and he will catch the flight. So these are the steps through which a departing passenger will go through in the airport. Next we'll see how the arrival passenger, arrival passenger, he will first get down from the aircraft, then he will move to the arrival hall, then he will go for the immigration, then he will take the luggage, and then he will go for the customs, and then he will be exit from the airport. So these are the steps. So the step number 1, he has come from the aircraft, now he will deboard, which is known as the deplaning. So after passenger deplanes from the flight, he enters the terminal building, the arrival hall area. So he will come out of the flight and using bus or coach or walking, he will go to the arrival hall. From there, he will first go to the immigration step. So immigration for international passengers, what they will be doing is they will be checking anyone who is coming from the external, from the foreign country. This step is mandatory. So this step is actually to control the entry of people in the country. This you have to remember. Just in case they ask the definition of immigration, what is the purpose of immigration? They will check the visa and passport, and all those details will be checked here. And if everything is valid, then they will be allowed to move to the next step, which is the luggage. They will claim the luggage. Passenger assemble along the luggage reclaim device, which is normally known as a conveyor belt. It will be rotating. You might have seen the suitcases and everything will be there. It will be rotating, and the passenger will be standing here, and they will be collecting the luggage. So this is the luggage. Third step. After that, since they have taken the luggage, then they will move to the customs area. So here the passengers will be checked if they are carrying any items which are prohibited or for which they have not paid the taxes. So all those customs formalities will be completed. Customs for international passengers, custom control the entry of goods into the country. This you have to remember. Prohibited items will be confiscated, and admissible goods in excess quantity will be subject to payment of customs duty. So any items which are prohibited, they will be seized, or if they're carrying any items which are in excess quantity, then they have to pay the custom duty, which are the taxes. Only then they'll be allowed to go. So after the customs clearance is there, then they will move out of the terminal building, which is the exit. Then they will go to the city side or the land side. So these are the steps for the arriving passenger. Now we'll talk about the some of the facilities which are available at the airport for a passenger. So here some of the general facilities I am discussing. It's a part of the syllabus. Depending on the airport, the following things may vary. I'll just discuss in short. Baggage wrapping service. To protect the baggage, a polythene covers or the bubble sheets. So the bag will be wrapped. This is also you might have seen in the railway stations. Just to protect the baggage, there will be dedicated counter and you can pay and use it. So this will be available. Duty free shops in the international airports. It will be there. So you can purchase duty free items from these shops. Self check-in counters. Passengers can go themselves and they can do a check-in. They need not go to the airlines counter for this. So this facility is also there in some of the airports. Free Wi-Fi facility, wheelchair assistance facility for senior passengers or the disabled persons, buggy service for senior passengers, then free telephone facility, then smoking lounge. If some there will be dedicated smoking area. People who want to smoke, they have to go to the smoking area, as inside the airports people are not allowed to smoke. So they have a dedicated smoking room. Prayer hall, they want to perform any prayer. Postal service, if they want to send any post, or it's a general service. Coaches offering shuttle services. These are used by the airlines to transfer the passenger from the boarding gate to the aircraft. So these are the shuttle services. Next is the medical aid or the first room in the case of emergency. Restrooms, as we know, these are toilets. Hotel booking, taxi booking, lost and found. Let's say in the airport, if you have lost any items, then you need to go and report your complaints here. This is lost and found. Child care room, if you want to feed your child, so here you can take care of your child in this room. Foreign exchange counters, money conversion, I mean from dollar to rupees or from rupees to dollar, let's say. This ATM of various banks will be available. Check-in counters of airlines will be there. FIDS, showing that you might have seen big screens will be there with departure, arrival. All the details will be there with timings. So this is a normal flight information display systems. Airline ticket counter and then launch facility. People who are paying more, a dedicated lounge will be there from premium economy or business travelers. They'll be having this lounge facility. There, it's a pay and use. So we have come to the end of this chapter. I hope the steps are clear. Steps for the departing passengers are different and steps for the arrival passengers are different. Just to go through them, and if at all you have any doubts or you have any questions, you can comment in the video and I will answer them. If you have liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos. Thank you for watching.